So George, can you believe that we have a Negro in the White House? As president? No, I cannot. I know that most of us are rolling over in our graves. But you must be happy about it. Why do you say that? Because you were the one to free the Negroes in the first place. That's nonsense. They were always free. What those lazy Southerners did is enslave them by force. Nothing new. Yes, but what about all of that racial stuff? You know, the construct that was meant to illustrate the hierarchy of the races? You never believed that lie, did you? Maybe not, but it's been around for so long now that the average American judges everyone that they meet immediately by the color of their skin. That's true. Just consider Obama. He is not even black, and yet because of the existing slave mentality, which allows for the continued existence of the one-drop rule, he thinks that he is a black man. But wait. Didn't you just refer to him as Negro? My point exactly. What do you mean? We are Americans and we like things simple. It is just so much easier to refer to Obama as black. Then we don't have to redefine ourselves or the way we see each other in this country. So you're saying that most Americans simply pretend that race is no longer an issue, yet they still operate under the same stereotypes, biases and prejudices that were prevalent in the slave times? Yes. Consider this. We still use words like mulatto, mixed, multiracial, high yellow and such. Clearly no effort has been made to dismantle this construct which has been responsible for so much hatred, misery and death. And yet so much of what America is today was founded on just such things. Yes, I suppose that's true, but you would think that we would want to be better as a nation now, instead of continuing to cling to concepts and opinions that we know are simply untrue. Well, it might have started with Obama if he had had the insight and the willingness to confront the race issue head-on. After all, he is clearly not black. Yes. But you know how it is, George. When you are running for president, you just can't make everyone happy. Surely not. But this is a huge issue. He could have changed the very foundation of the way Americans interact with each other. He could have taken the word race out of the American English dictionary. Instead, he calls himself a black man and then rode the dark tide into the White House. It's a shame. He missed a very important opportunity. Still, it's up to the American people to take this issue to the streets. Especially those like Obama. What shall we call them? How about cockanegroids or maybe Negro-Caucasians? That's funny. And that's why the concept of race is so ridiculous. Because it is based on skin color, which has nothing to do with anything in terms of who an individual actually is. That's right. So, my ridiculous made-up words are just as relevant as any that were created during slave times, and just as meaningless too. The only real race, for lack of a better word, is human. So what exactly do we have as president in the White House? What is Obama? Well, he is human, but he isn't black. Let's just call him what he is, an American president, just like we were. The people aren't going to like it. I know the founding fathers won't like it at all. Well, as for the fathers, they can keep rolling in their graves. They were wrong about so many things and caused such misery that they deserve to suffer. And as for the people, the old bastards that want to keep the status quo can all go to hell. And the children need to use all of this information technology that they have available today to learn the truth about race. Then they can begin to change this country for the better. Do you really think that will happen? I think it is already happening. It's time to stop celebrating our differences and start working to strengthen our similarities. America has a distinct culture and we need to be Americans first. What does that mean? It means that we begin to identify each other first as humans, then as Americans. I see. So no more African American, Italian American, German American and such. Exactly. Again, the people won't like it, maybe. But I ask you, how many generations of a family need to be born here before they are considered simply American? And why should that not be enough? Strangely enough, I always considered myself American. I might have recognized the place that my ancestors came from, but I was born here. Yes. People today seem to have it backward. If anything, they should say American African or American Italian. And even that would be absurd, These are things that Americans today are just not ready to accept. Well, they need to get ready because our way of life is under constant threat, and if we can't stand together as Americans, this country is doomed. I hope you were wrong, Abe, but I fear you may be right. We'll see.